Digimon Dawn and Dusk.
Shrug. Anyway, we're live.
Hello.
Hello.
We're here
Could
again.
you do the announcement, please? I just need to finish.
We are gathered here on this auspicious occasion
Do what?
to kill a Draco Lich.
Not yet.
Yeah, we have to go through the entire dungeon first, Tyson.
Eventually, okay.
Nah, it's just waiting right behind the door. It's just
Oh.
chilling.
Well,
It's
they
right before
they
you.
have to
It's
summon it
literally
first.
behind the door.
They have to
We
summon
had
it
we
first.
had to accelerate this arc. You'll be finding the Draco Lich immediately.
God, don't, no, stop. That's giving me PTSD from fucking Verum. Just, no. Pain.
By the way, it's still stated for you guys to be level 17. So good luck.
I will leave this fucking call right now if you do not shut the fuck up. Do not tempt me. Pain. God, I don't. God.
No, we are not there yet. You are fine.
If you're about to pull that, then I take complete validation of destroying the game's balance via the power of glyph warding, and you guys have no
Well,
room
I
to
was
and
looking
have
at my
no room
spells
to bitch.
the other day. I also have glyph warding.
Wow, you look at you, but unfortunately, you said this last time, but I need the one to be able to cast it because you can't cast Tensor's Transformation.
Thumbs up emoji.
You could do other things though, like Shield of
Okay, I
Faith.
did that. That thing is done. Let me put music on.
Oh yeah, did you guys finally make a decision on if the boy is able to store casted spells?
Can't remember.
I was going to yell at you on Monday. I was like, "There's no way he forgets for a third week in a row."
There's a lot of shit going on in my life, Alex.
I'm aware.
Well, the answer is probably yes.
So yes, I probably forgot, but also the answer is probably just yes, because there's no real reason for you not to be able to.
Is it strong? Yes.
Have you seen
That's
the
the
rest
point.
of the lunar band though?
True. That item is probably the strongest of all of them, out of all of our items.
Just kill me. Go ahead.
Just
Get rid
kill-
of it.
Just kill him, forehead. Easy. It can't possibly be
Alright.
that hard to kill him.
Yeah.
Insert
Just reduces
clueless face
HP
here.
to 0.
It reduces
Just
HP.
reduces HP to 0.
Can't possibly be that hard, am I right?
Guess what's in it?
A lot of things.
Alright, so shall we get started?
So I have a question.
Yeah, hello.
Are these just an action? And I use the charge from the ring? Do I have to declare it?
Huh?
Talking about casting from the ring. Generally how it goes is you, especially if a ring response run, you just use the action that would be, used to cast the spell.
Associated with that spell, yeah.
Oh, okay. So it is
But it
my
just uses
action.
Yeah,
So
it
it
would just
doesn't
use the
use my
charge
spell
from the ring
slot.
instead of a spell slot. Yeah.
Indeed. Also, man,
Okay.
that's a lot of. Yeah, you build it.
That's a
You
lot.
build it. You'd be able to shove all of those in with the advent of us getting a level up to 15.
Yeah, I did. I told you, as long as when we long rested, I was going to shut those all in.
Indeed. Now we just have to, I guess, take it light for this first. Oh, you just have to take it light for this first.
Alright, so
We're back at the castle.
We're back at the castle.
We have
yes,
the dragon.
when we last left off, a lot of you had just had just returned from retrieving an ancient red dragon scale. There we go.
Indeed. Oh,
From a larger than average ancient red dragon by the name of Gaha.
Which I have coined the term of super ancient because, for lack of better terms. And we also found the adventurer that was supposed to come and help us fucking dead. Thankfully, he actually put up a fight, unlike the rest of the idiots that who died. And the fox angrily told Rivius to spam divine intervention every single long rest until it works. Otherwise, the fox would go up there and slap the twin gods herself.
Don't look at that. I'm switching around spells.
Right
That's,
now, now you
That-
remember.
that's on brand. That's on brand, though. Not gonna lie.
It is on brand.
That's on brand.
It's a guiding
on
bolt.
brand.
It's on volt. It's on brand.
It's on brand. You know why I'm preparing it?
Why?
So if it somehow, some miracle it hit, Elwin gets advantage.
Nodders.
Depending on where in the turn order he is. It could just go to Panda, which is also still good. Or it could go to me.
Some miracle, if it hits, someone gets advantage.
Someone's gonna hit hard.
The problem with it going to me is I already have it.
Oh yeah, well of course you have Reckless, and Ellen has a fair amount has some advantage generation of his own, called fuck you, it's Oathbow time. That's honestly about it. And I just killed him anyways, because I just high roll.
I mean, I could have put Guiding Bolt into the ring, but
Don't do that. That's not worth it.
it's not worth
Upcasting
it.
Guiding Bolt.
I'm not upcasting the devil spell.
Not
Sixth
upcasting.
level Guiding Bolt. Let's go.
I've seen a crit 7th level guiding bolt. It is both simultaneously neat and also not great. Now if it was maxed out, oh boy. If it's like max rolling, oh boy, that shit tasty.
Why does Guiding Bolt hate me on a decent personal level?
Also suck on it, Pyrrha. Also suck on
This is
it.
why any clerics of Rivius will not be able to prepare Guiding Bolt because it will be anathema to their religion.
This isn't Pathfinder.
Don't do that.
Religion is a loosely based concept in 5e. Clueless face.
I may hate Guiding Bolt.
I'm a hope.
But
Fuck guiding bolt.
Rivius sees one of his clerics cast the Guiding Bolt, he just appears and he's just like, no! Takes their Warhammer away.
No. He shows up. Bonk. Your ability to cast Guiding Bolt has been sealed permanently.
You'll get it back when you learn not to use it.
So never.
Balls off.
But
Your Guiding Bolt has been destroyed, but your spiritual weapon and spirit guardians have been improved.
Wait, that's
a good trade.
that's actually okay. That's an interesting concept, though. Actually. Interesting.
That's on brand. You know what? That's on brand. It's just like, yeah, it's been how many sessions since my last Guiding Bolt? 30?
You never cast it first and foremost, so it never has a chance to hit. Also, seeded rolls, by the way. Yeah, it seems about right. Hey, at least we got the nat 1 out of the way. If the rolls really are seeded.
Oh, you see, the problem is Taylor used Guiding Bolt several times in the sessions before you were here, and they either missed or they crit, and then rolled so low that they rolled below average damage.
Don't
Crit.
have to tell me. I've seen the screenshot. Firefan still has it around somewhere, I'm sure.
This is why I call it the devil spell. Why don't you use Guiding Bolt anymore, Taylor? Huh? Gee, I don't know. Maybe I just don't want to waste spell slots?
Yes. I hold a gun at the halfling. Cast Divine Intervention. Fucking res this man.
We gotta roll a 12, y'all. Wait.
Wow.
Yeah, we gotta roll a 12, y'all.
12 or lower, and it works.
Roll 1d100. That's a no, Captain.
Try it again next time.
Alright, so, no divine intervention for Rivius. The goddesses continue to remain silent.
I'm going through a Lowy phase right now, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, it's fine.
Now, just so I remember, you guys never went to go and investigate the body yourself. You were just informed by.
Yes, we were told that it was getting brought here, as far as I remember.
Yeah.
Well,
When it arrives, I'm gonna investigate it, obviously.
Mr. Fox is very angrily annoyed about the fact. It's like, oh no, you just we didn't come get it. Let's pick them up, but no, had to come over here on their own.
He's independent.
Oh yeah, and you just used both your fists, so you can't resurrect anyone today.
Yeah, use my fifth on resurrecting people.
Well, no, you used your fists to put things in the band.
Huh. There's nothing in there. I have nothing. I used my fifth already. And
Alright,
my sixth.
stop.
I'm probably not gonna
I
delve
don't
any further
suppose.
into the dungeon today.
Alright, so you all take your time to get yourself some rest and recuperation to replan, redeal, and head back in tomorrow for a return into the dungeon.
Well, it's like only the early. It's like only like what, the afternoon.
Yeah.
So no need to waste all that much time.
It will be getting towards mid-afternoon at this point.
No need to take a long rest currently. You can just do other things in the city.
Alright, so what would you all like to do for the rest of the day?
Hi, it's researching time. It is time to research.
I go bother Anaya at the again. But first, Alex.
Using skill empowerment. Oh, that's a 36. Alright. We continue to research the crystals.
I'm glad that GSG's blessing has not only gone in both ways of the spectrum.
I'm glad GSG's blessing is already paying off.
I'm glad that it's both sides of the spectrum. Like, you know, I guess. Cool.
And you get a crit. And you get a crit. Everyone gets a crit.
Trying to find where we put. We not do. Okay, I will have to get back to you on what that achieves for you later, Alex.
And
Awesome.
But yeah, that's researching the crystals, correct?
correct.
Alright. Let me just note that down. So I hopefully don't forget.
I will yell at you. This time I will actually just yell at you like, hey, don't forget 36 Arcana on crystals.
Alright, so. Rivius, you said you were going to do what?
I'm gonna go back to it and see how it's going.
Go very quiet.
Oh. Better.
A little
Hi,
bit.
is that better?
Yeah. Hello.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back to the religious district, see how's it going. See if anyone has any updates on it.
Alright, well, checking on the religious district, they're still breaking ground at this point to lay down proper foundations for the new buildings. So things are going on schedule.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing has interrupted the process as of so far.
Okay.
So yeah, everything seems to be fine. There's
Okay.
chatterings and murmurings about, the extensive murders that happened just a few days ago, but overall, everything seems to be going on schedule.
Okay, that's good. Now go back and check on Sybil because he probably still suffering under the negatives of Ray's undead. Of Ray's dead, I mean. Wanna make sure
Alright,
she's,
so,
doing okay.
so you head off back and go check on Sybil. She's when you find her, she is sitting. She is in her room, and she seems to just be sitting on her bed, just sort of staring off into the distance.
I knock on the door before going in.
You knock on the door, and she'll say, "It's open."
I open the door.
And you find her in that position, sitting on her bed, staring off into the distance.
Yeah, sorry. I don't think you'll be able to do much for the next few days. Being raised from the dead is exhausting. I hear.
It's okay. I'm okay. Just there's a lot of missing time when I was dead.
Yeah, you did miss 2 days, or give or take.
Trying to rationalize everything.
We took care of him though. Well,
You did?
more or less made him run away. We didn't kill him though, unfortunately.
You found the man who, and she just sort of feels at her neck.
He did it. He ran away as soon as he got blinded by his own, and then Rubius will give her the tale of the fake Ansel's fate.
Huh. And she seems to stop herself for a moment and think, I think I might have an idea of who that might be. I'd have to do some research, but I back in my lord's court, I heard several rumors about a changeling assassin who was a master of poisons. Maybe it was him.
Maybe,
If that's
but
the case, maybe I can track him down.
not in your state at the moment, no. Of course.
No, not currently. But eventually.
I can always send you an escort.
No.
I know assassins don't go with escorts, but you know.
And she looks at you with a not putting on too much of a showing, but very much still acting as if to deny it. What assassin? I just want to have a talk with the man.
Okay, okay, if you say so.
I just want to talk.
I just want to talk. I just want to talk. Dagger behind her back.
But that'll be for off-drive recovered.
Yeah, I just wanted to check on you.
Thank you.
You were first priority, you know. So we wouldn't have the Duke breathing down our necks. That would have been a bunch of bureaucratic stuff that I don't know anything about. Or Taryn.
Bureaucracy can be quite annoying at times, can't it?
No. Well, I don't,
But unfortunately, it keeps our modern world running.
Yes. Yeah, it's a bit good to see you. Glad you're recovering well.
It's good to see you as well, Rubius. It's different having someone who saved your life. It's a weird feeling.
I'm gonna just let one of our employees, you know, stay dead. King would have been upset at me. Ami would have been upset at me. There's an entire list of people that would have been very upset if I didn't do my job.
Well, I'm glad you did do your job. There's not a lot of clerics in the realm that are powerful enough to raise the dead like that.
I'm the only one at the moment.
Well, not the only one, but unfortunately the other ones are not exactly going to be helping you.
Only one I know of at the moment.
Indeed. I think I should probably get some sleep.
You let the guys know if you need anything.
Of course. Thank you.
And then he shall leave. He will waddle on out. He waddles. The big steppies.
Waddle.
He do the big steppies.
Nodders. All right, so you leave Sybil, and she seems to settle down into bed as you leave.
Mhm.
All right. Anything anyone else would like to do?
No.
Nothing in particular.
All right. So later that day, as we start to get into the evening, a carriage comes up to the city gates with a body in it, and it is carried inside and you find that there is a dwarf that has been brought to you all. Moment.
Ma'am, I would like the medicine check the body.
Alright, so you look over the body, and similarly to the others, it seems to have been desecrated in much the same way as the other bodies that were found. So very clearly it was done by the same cult. And with a 22 on the medicine check, you find a few things that are different. For one, as opposed to simply being destroyed, the heart of the body has been completely removed.
That claim swears.
As well as two other major organs. The liver has been removed, as well as the brain has been removed.
Okay, so can I religion check to see if he has a soul?
You may religion check to see if he has himself a soul.
Because if they do a layer, fuck me, fuck you, and you're raised dead, I'm not gonna be surprised. That's a 12.
All right.
It's a 31.
Ami with another 20. Yeah, his soul has definitely been removed from his body.
You know, you could just, raised dead only requires either a soul or a organs removed. You didn't have to.
Had to do both.
You didn't
At this
have to
rate, I'll
do
just have to ask.
both.
At this rate, I'll just have to fucking ask the king himself to come out here because I'm just sick of this shit.
What was that? Sorry.
Ask. At this point, she's just contemplating asking the king himself to come out here because she's kind of sick of these setbacks. She'd like things to not go wrong every other second. She'd like things to go right. Against the goddamn goal for once.
But yes, it with a 31, Ami, I'll just
Yeah,
I'll
it's been
just say
desecrated. You're just a little chance.
yeah, his body was desecrated. That much is obvious. But I will say that you are able to determine that his soul was never allowed to move on. Thus, you can assume that it has been soul caged.
Very cool. That means he had
somebody out there has it.
Cool. That means at the very least they have a fucking 11th level wizard with them. Very cool. Very pog. Very much wow.
Or it could. How does Arcanum work?
Hold up. Let me go check Soul Cage. Soul Cage, it is in fact a Warlock spell. It's once per long rest. Okay, so they either have a 11th level Warlock or an 11th level Wizard. Both of them will just die to us.
Joke's on you, it's an even higher level bard.
It's a magical secrets bird.
Might go
Uh,
yeah, the bards can learn Raise Dead.
But only. I really did not want this man to be revived.
Okay, clearly.
Kinda annoying, really. Goddess is above.
A little bit more than annoying.
infuriating.
Well, I'll try divine intervention again tomorrow. I will go fucking buy a plane. I will go buy a scroll of plane shift, and I will go slap the god. I will go slap your twin goddesses myself. If they continue to not answer.
Magically,
Don't think that's a good idea, but
can they magically replace organs in a soul?
Divine intervention. You seem to misunderstand the power of divine intervention. The last time we managed to get one of them to intervene, we routed a 90,000 strong army. Grievous. So yes,
Yeah.
it could replace someone's body. The soul is an easier question, as they could potentially just tell us where it is.
You're no longer muffled. Poggers.
Yay! I can hear you clearly now.
Bug.
bug.
Look at him. He's no longer muffled.
Bug.
Indeed. All right.
Hold up, I need to check something.
Okay.
Continue. I'm just.
Gotta go remuffle himself just to spite us.
Okay, Ems. This is a long shot.
Hi.
Could I scry for the man's soul?
This is a thing.
Okay, I like this thinking. Okay, what can you just post scrying for me just so I can give it a quick read?
I have it on my
And now I will
list.
be able to tell you exactly.
Like I said, it's a
Okay.
long shot because it is a little bit like outside of the how the spell is supposed to be used.
Yeah, but it wouldn't be the first time I've let you use the spell outside of how it's supposed to be used. It would just make sense for the type of spell.
I guess I could technically go ahead and.
So you are trying to specifically scry for his soul.
Yes, I am trying to locate his soul. I would have to go buy the crystal ball because I can actually afford that now.
You know what? Sure, I'll let you make an attempt.
Well, first I'd have to actually go prepare the spell. It's better to ask if it can be done and then go do it later.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I will have to try that.
I will let
tomorrow.
you make an attempt.
Cool. So, and do understand that if the first one does not work, I will make further attempts at a later point.
Yeah, that is fine.
Just so I don't get so I don't get the he passed once, you don't get to do it again. So that doesn't happen.
I mean, if we have his entire body, does that mean you get a bonus?
That's for Emps to decide, frankly, because
Yeah, I have to.
Yeah, you're gonna have
Yeah,
to
I
make
have-
some interpretations of this, because again,
Yeah,
this isn't
Not-
this isn't
not really
how
exactly
Sky,
how it's intended. You're usually intended to be looking for, a living person.
not their soul.
I mean, it's an object.
I mean,
Technically,
currently, I suppose.
that isn't actually wrong, because it's being held in a cage, which is an object.
It's
Yeah,
currently
so-
in an object. So.
Huh. It is true, actually.
But yeah, that's the entire reason I'm letting you do this, is because it is being held into this plane by its cage. So
It's on the same plane in existence as you, and it's an object right now.
Dude, it's stuck in an object.
We
Alright.
have his entire body, so.
technically it's supposed to be a creature, but I mean it's the soul of a creature, so.
Yeah, exactly. Nothing.
Well, if we get the soul back, then we just have to get through the small problem of stopping the gods into actually doing something for their fucking champions instead of just saying lol them out. Because that sure doesn't get tiring fast.
The thing, divine intervention is
Unreliable. Which is the point,
Yeah.
and you're never going to get to the point where it is reliable.
Nope.
Well, not by how normal rules work.
Unless Abs is really nice and gives it to me on at 20 anyway.
I mean, when you are a god, then everything you do is divine intervention.
Keck.
Yo, true.
Very true.
You right?
But unfortunately, we're not there yet.
We're unfortunately only demigods.
We're also not level 7, and even if we were 17, Taylor still wouldn't be 17, so we literally have to wait till 20 for him to have access to true res. Sometimes I hate multiclassing. Actually, no, I hate
You always
multiclassing.
hate multiclassing.
There's a very specific few multiclasses which I don't hate. Pandas is one of them. Mostly because it's fucking hilarious. The effect
I'm an abomination.
You are an
Panda's
abomination.
cool.
Yeah, mine's just two, martial classes. So it's just like, okay, cool. I lose out on like an extra attack, but I get other things. So
Indeed.
I love being an abomination.
You get extra damage, you get rage.
more bigger crits.
Fucking Ank
Yep.
Barb. It's just a whole thing. Well, it's not like crazy high better crits, just because Fortunate Brute crit doesn't work like incredibly well with great swords.
Yeah, it's still more damage.
Indeed.
More damn. Alright, so well, Ami decides to buy a crystal ball, silver mirror, or a font filled with holy water.
Yeah, I'm just gonna buy the crystal ball. I'm just gonna subtract the 1k gold
Oh,
from.
I can consecrate a holy font of holy water. I think I have holy water on me.
Neat.
Nice.
I'm just gonna
on.
buy the crystal. I'm just gonna buy the crystal ball just because. I'm just gonna buy the crystal ball. It's thematic. Wow.
Ponder the orb.
And I knew someone was
During
gonna.
the orb.
And I knew someone was gonna make that joke. All right, I'm now no longer buying the orb.
You're gonna get the mirror, because then I can easily make a mirror on the wall joke.
And that's how I leave this campaign. Wow, crazy how that works. Fucking crazy how that works, huh? Hold on.
No, I do not have a holy water.
Mirror on the wall. Where the fuck is this man's soul?
Is your magic mirror the one from Shrek or the one from Snow White?
Or it's the one from Banjo-Kazooie.
The one from Snow White is the same thing as the one from Shrek, actually.
Okay.
Never mind.
I should also just pick up more spells in general. Are there any loose spellbooks I can just yoink from around the city that people aren't using anymore? I want more spells.
Yeah, you'd have to go and the only people who you'd know to have spell books would probably be the Wizards College.
Oh yeah, we should probably go ask him. We should probably just go ask him about a couple things, since we have plausible suspicion that he may or may not be involved with this cult.
Yeah.
Or at least a few missing students that might be.
Yeah. Well.
Or
Yeah.
teachers, I guess. Other teachers.
Yeah.
What do you think he's gonna tell us though?
We have zone of truth.
I could zone of truth him true. I have to prepare zone of truth though.
And if you resist it, we have rounds to detain him because he is directly refusing to undergo. If he's innocent, he has nothing to hide. And I know that motherfucker don't have glibness because that motherfucker's a wizard.
He's also an evil wizard.
Correct.
He's evil.
Is he lawful evil or is he chaotic evil? Guess we'll find out.
He's probably lawful evil.
Well, if he's lawfully evil, he probably won't be involved, or at the very least, he will consent to being Son of Truth.
All right. So would you like to go off to the academy, or are you gonna do that tomorrow?
Well, everyone but Taylor is at their peak, so yeah, we can do that today. And we should be. Everyone but Taylor has all their resources.
Yeah. I have all my spirit whip. I have all my spirit guardian stuff. I also have.
And contrary to popular belief, as much as I'm sure that wizard would love to think that he could take on the four of us, yeah, sorry, bud. There's only so much you can evade. Also, we have an oath bow. Sorry about that.
True. We do have an oath bow. A twink is behind it, but he does. But the oath bow is in our party.
You get over there, Panda. Get over there, Panda.
I sort of kicked my desk.
Nice.
The whole thing shook.
Hopefully it wasn't with the bad leg.
No, it was it was a good leg.
Was the good leg. Keyword was.
Nah, it's fine. I still need to replace this desk. I'm using like a plastic folding desk, to be honest. It's a big one, but I just need to get a nice wooden one.
Time to go to IKEA.
Yeah.
Well,
Hey, Tyson, you still there, bud?
Yeah, what's up?
Oh, I called you a twink and you didn't respond to me.
I mean...
He doesn't need to respond to a factual statement. No, you're not a twink.
He's a
You got too
himbo.
much muscle.
Being a twink?
I mean, I would say my character might be... I mean, like, maybe if you squint your eyes, maybe.
Oh!
Anywho.
Anywho. I was just making a terrible joke.
And terrible it was indeed.
We all make terrible jokes. It's 90% of my humor.
My humor is awful. I had a manic episode today about dumb emotes.
I guess I wasn't around for
Destiny
that.
2. It
Oh.
was in the
No,
Destiny
you
2
were.
video.
Oh, that.
Remember when you said emotes were a mistake?
Ah, yes, that. It's fair.
I was fucking losing my shit, dude.
Yes, you were. I'm surprised you're not incredibly depressed right now. Well, more depressed than usual.
That's
That'll
my
come
secret.
later.
That's my secret, Captain. I'm always depressed.
Okay, but more depressed than usual. Okay, moving on, just because you don't have
It's
infinite time.
more outwardly depressed.
Yeah.
Well, that'll happen after I'm alone with my thoughts. Thumbs up.
So, not until, like, you're going to bed.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Really? Yeah, love it. Anyways, let's go play D&D.
Alright, so you head off to the Wizards College. It is in what could easily be described as it is in the Noble District, and it is in probably one of the more posh sections of the posh section.
Wonderful.
Basically, you're going to the area of the 1%ers of the 1%ers.
Oh my god.
That's impressive.
So this is the ritzy area because the Wizards College here only accepts the highest echelons of nobility.
But what if we plant a wizard school next to it? And let commoners in. It'll
Good
be
luck.
funny.
I mean, honestly, it's funny. It's funnier that we're going to be teaching wizard school in the castle itself.
True. Fair.
But you make your way over, and you are greeted at the gates by soldiers that are clad in non-city uniforms. It is a mercenary company. that the school hires as security.
I see.
They give you, the two guards at the gate give you a salute and let you through without any issues. You are the rulers of the city after all. They're not going to
Okay.
stop you from entering college.
I would hope so, otherwise there's going to be problems.
I would hope so because that would be cringe.
Unfortunate for their lives.
Krungo.
It would be unfortunate. We could get rid of their livelihood.
And as you enter into the college itself, passing through the grounds, you see some wizards throwing some spells around. Usually low-level things, magic missiles into shields and such and such.
Yeah.
Nothing
That's dangerous.
too
That could-
intense.
That's dangerous. That could KO a low-level wizard.
Yeah. It could make one fall over.
Given that
They only
the
have like
base
6
HP,
HP.
granted that given the level 1 wizard's HP is fucking 6. That I can't
Yeah,
mod.
without their con mod. At max, you can have like 9 HP as a level 1 wizard.
Yeah. Unless you, for some reason, you have a 5 in con.
So, as you make your way through the school, and you see, despite the relatively late hour, still lots of training, practicing, and studying seems to be going on inside the college.
Incredible.
And as soon as you enter into the main hall, you get greeted by a tiefling in flowing purple robes who opens his arms wide and bellows out, "Welcome, lords and lady, to our college. This is your first time visiting us, I believe."
Indeed, it is. Although, given recent events, I wish it was under slightly better circumstances.
Yes, the unfortunate passing of multiple nobles is an unfortunate coming. Thankfully, none of the ones who are patrons of this college were amongst their number.
I'm glad to hear it. And in even more unfortunate news, the adventure that was the one adventure the higher end adventurer that Elerian knew of that could assist us in this matter was ambushed along the road, and they have now passed on as well. Unfortunately, we have to add another tally to the list.
Yes, I believe a dwarf, if my sources have told me correctly.
Indeed, your sources are not wrong.
Well, it is highly unfortunate and will certainly delay the return of the fallen nobles.
Indeed. Unfortunately, well, and unfortunately we cannot simply resurrect him because they deigned to do a little bit more than they did to all the nobles. On top of destroying most of his vital organs, they decided that they're going to soul cage his soul.
Truly savage times.
Yes, and unfortunately, due to what we found beneath the pits, we have mild suspicions of your archmage, or the higher ups, just on virtue of they were very high level spell. They were very powerful spell locks on the door, leading into their lair, so to speak. We would just like to ask.
The implication that members of this college would be involved in this heinous cult, understandable that you wish to investigate.
and even more unfortunately, one of the spells that were inside the glyphs was the maze spell, which, as I'm sure both of us are aware, is a very high-level wizard spell. So, unfortunately, circumstances are pointing towards it being a high-level wizard. So,
Indeed.
This is out of character, or it could be somebody in the school too.
yes,
Yeah.
it's. We would just like to ask the head some questions under
Well,
the effects of
I-
Zone of Truth.
Your timing is quite fortuitous. Then they have recently returned from a out of city trip.
Is that so?
Indeed, they've spent the last week at our sister college in Gold Pine, at Goldcrest.
Let's see.
Gold Pine.
Interesting.
A new upstart that he was assisting. Now that they have their independence, they no longer send their nobility here.
No, good for them. Oh wait. Do you know the general?
But yeah,
do you know the just on another note? Do you know the general? I suppose where in terms of casting prowess, where the teachers are? Would you say?
A good few of them are in the courtyard. Those who are not are most likely retired to their quarters.
Do you think any of them would have the potential prowess to cast something like Maze?
What level's Maze? A 7th level, correct?
8th.
8th. Okay.
Yep.
It's a big boy
Maze.
space.
I only know, out of the ones I know well enough to know their full capabilities, I only know 3 that would be capable of such a spell. Myself, the Archmage, and one other, a teacher for high-end divination.
I see. Thank you for the information.
I believe they are currently teaching a scrying course out in the courtyard.
Huh. Convenient. I might have to purchase a crystal ball from them while asking them questions.
We could ask this person questions.
Indeed. So I suppose. Well, so, would you say that you were aware of any sprawling labyrinth beneath the pits that led to some sort of door that had 3 very powerful arcane locks on it?
A sprawling labyrinth under the pits. I can't say that I do, no. I understand that the pits were significantly larger than many people were informed. I,
Understatement.
as far as I know, was informed of the true size of the pits, but a sprawling labyrinth is definitely news to me.
Insight check, everyone.
I'm guessing we're all
Ow.
here.
Yeah,
It's fine. Tyson, it's up to
unless
you.
anybody wanted to stay behind.
Tyson, it's up to you.
I'm okay. I'm rolling. Give me a second.
There we go.
Is he
Okay.
lying, my lovely DM?
So, Elwin, you look at this man as he tells his story, and he seems to be genuine. He knew that the pits were quite extensive and large, but the news of a sprawling labyrinth under that going even deeper into the pits is clearly news to him. He doesn't seem to be lying.
Yeah, because he was about to lie. It's gonna hit him with a zone of truth.
Would you? And this one, do you recall casting the maze spell on any sort of glyph and with any recency?
Last time I used Maze was probably about 3 months ago when I was educating two children who believe themselves superior to their teachers. So I gave them a test.
Uh-huh.
As of recently, I can't say I've used the glyph in the last year.
We didn't exactly get in it. We didn't exactly try and check how long the magic was there. So that's our bad. We're gonna have to go back and check next time we go down there.
So, no, I don't believe I would have been the person to have placed the maze spell on your glyph.
What about the spell Wall of Force?
It was more than likely.
No.
It was more than like.
I used
It was more than
I use
likely.
Wall of Force on a near daily occasion. It's a very useful spell when teaching children.
I believe that the Wall of Force came from someone that was inside. Granted, there were only only one person got away, and that was the fake Ansel. And he
Fair.
was clearly not a caster of any sort.
Mm-hmm.
So, at the very least, I'm placing my trust that you are not you are not wrapped up in this whole occult of Bane business.
No, in fact, I find this cult business quite distasteful.
Oh, believe me, I don't like it either.
I
is.
myself maintain worship of Bane. I will be open and honest of that. But a cult is not a good way to show your support for the Lord. There are other ways: protests, petitions, civilized methods.
Well, I mean, we're not trying to wipe out all of his influence entirely. Not trying to raise all of his temples. We understand
I guess
he is yet still a god, but we need to bring him down a notch.
To heal.
We need to bring him to heal in comparison to all the other gods.
And if your process leads to that, I will respect it. It is the way of the Lord that if he is to be brought to heal, I shall accept it. I will still continue to follow him and worship his teaching, but
Now, I tell you this in the strictest confidence. This cult is planning at some point in the future to resurrect, bring back, whatever you wish to say, an ancient Red Drake village. We know not what it will be, or we know not what it will do, but we know that this is a threat to the city itself.
I thank you for this information. I to think that there may be such a creature underneath our city.
It's not a pleasant thought. No.
I wonder how it got there. And he seems to look thoughtfully. Perhaps some research will be required.
Well, if you learn anything on what it may potentially be capable of, or how it may have gotten there, feel free to inform us. And should the time come, please do not be afraid to levy your school against the thing. Should we be doing battle with it on the streets of the city?
Indeed.
We will certainly take all the help we can get.
If such a creature were to rise in our great city, I will pledge my support to its destruction. I cannot guarantee the rest of the school. We teach independence here amongst our teachers.
That is perfectly acceptable as someone who is a wanderer herself.
But you will have my support. Now, I believe you wish to speak with the Archmage.
Indeed. We would like to ask him a couple questions.
And he will give you a bow, and he will gesture for you to follow him up the stairs of the college, and it's a decent climb up to the Archmage's tower.
Figures.
And you'll see him stop at the door before.
Yeah, we still under wild magic.
Yes.
Yes,
thought we-
it's got.
Still, it's
It's
still got 2 days.
2 more days. Yeah, still got 2 more days.
Neat.
We should probably grow some of them from Panda, just because Panda actually just has nothing but benefits from them. Annoyingly.
Well, for now, I mean, there might be some sort of like other side effects or something.
Perhaps not. We don't know.
Prolonged exposure. It's the black lung, but crystal.
It's the crystal lung. Your lungs start turning into wild magic crystals. All right. As you reach the top of the wizard's tower, you see representative or whatever he is stop in front of the door into the Archmage's office before you hear, "Yes, come in," and he will then turn to you. You have been accepted in.
Phenomenal.
And as you enter the Archmage's office, you see him standing in his black robes of the Archmagi, looking out the window of his tower down at the courtyard. It is the Lords and Lady of Eternia. How may I assist you today?
Well, given
He never turns to look at you, at any of you.
given recent events, I would hazard that someone like you would be able to guess that we're not here for pleasantries. In the normal
Of course
scale.
not. I imagine you are investigating all those who have expressed loyalty to the old regime.
More importantly, ones that can cast high-level magic, as we found a door in the labyrinthine beneath the pits. There were a set of a very powerful arcane lock reinforced with 3 dangerously powerful glyphs, one containing delayed blast fireball, another containing maze, and the last containing feeble-minded. And recharging arcane glyphs to boot. So
That is some powerful magics indeed.
So
Down in the labyrinth, say.
Indeed. I'm sure you could.
So you discovered them.
We did, yes.
Yeah, a very well kept secret of the Undying.
So you knew then?
Very few do, but I was one of the privileged who was informed.
You don't mind if I place down a zone of truth, then?
Of course not. I have nothing to hide from any of you.
Alright. That's a step in the right direction. So then I guess you can hazard one of the questions that I would like to ask.
Was I the one to place the glyphs?
Indeed. At least the maze one, as I'm sure both of us know, wizard is a maze spell.
Yes, I roll.
Maze is a wizard spell. I can English.
No, he has to roll a cast save throw.
He chooses to fail.
He chooses to fail.
Oh, he chose to fail? Cool,
Correct.
thumbs up emoji.
So he can speak nothing but the truth, but he can dodge the question if he so chooses to.
Let me think. I put so many spells and so many glyphs. I believe I have put a maze spell into a glyph recently.
And
This is just an open question, or like, how long do magics last on glyphs?
indefinitely until they're triggered.
Forever.
It's forever till it's triggered or it
Forever.
breaks.
Okay, so it could be from
It could be-
recent, or it could be from when the pits were first built.
Do you know of anyone? Have you ever been down in the labyrinth towards that door?
Down in the labyrinth itself, no, I can't say that I have. Perhaps when it was being built first, I visited the site many times when the pits was first being constructed.
Do you know the key? Do you know the key phrase to the door?
key phrase?
Yeah, it's a door. It's a magical lock, and it
It's a,
has a.
Oh, yes, yes. I believe I heard about that being installed. No, I don't know the key phrase for that particular door. But then again, I never used. Whenever I went down and whenever I was offered entrance into the labyrinth, which I never accepted, I was always given an alternate entrance.
I see.
Let's see.
The key phrase for that door, however, was always what was it again? Oh yes, the Undyne's Wrath was the key phrase for that door. Quite
On, a little on the
on
nose.
the nose. Yes, yes. The architects were never particularly creative.
I can't imagine, especially with their with its current inhabitants. Well, as far as it goes, you have proven yourself rather helpful. I expected it. I'd expect for you to be a little bit more difficult.
I may not see eye to eye with your rule, but I have no reason to fight you against this. And denying a zone of truth only implicates me in
Indeed.
suspicion.
Indeed, it does. But if you'd so like, we could bring you down to the door for you to analyze it yourself, as I'm sure even you outrank me in terms of power currently. In terms of raw spellcasting ability.
I certainly would have no issue with investigating this magical lock of yours.
Wouldn't do us any good to try and bring you down. It's pretty as nice as your robe is. None of us can use it, especially not I. For I am not evil. Not directly, anyways.
Evil is a matter of perspective.
Indeed. But even then, I still do not think the robe would allow me to attune itself. Would allow me to attune to it.
No, I imagine not. You're probably looking more for the white variety.
White or gray, one of the two.
Yes. Then again, the lines of gray can be so difficult to judge.
Indeed, they can. Yes,
Sometimes it's easier to see things in black and white, but it's never quite that simple.
No, it's not. Anything else? Anyone else? Anyone else would like to ask?
This was a surprisingly pleasant conversation.
Yeah, I was surprised that this went smoothly.
Well, as they say, he has nothing to hide. And did.
This is my first
Sorry
interaction
for
with
personally
you.
have misjudged you, sir.
Yeah, we've only heard of what you were like when Ami was woken up that one morning.
Yes, the only previous experience with you was you waking the castle up with thaumaturgy.
What can I say? I like people to be awake at an appropriate hour.
Don't sleep.
Well, the cleric here doesn't. The cleric doesn't sleep, so I'm sure you'd like him.
My booming voice is heard across the campus multiple times a week. Only time I give them the freedom is on Sundays. And that's only for an extra hour.
I see.
Study never stops, after all.
No, it doesn't.
Get to sleep in 1 hour. Wow.
I suppose it wouldn't hurt to have. Would you have any spell books you'd be willing to part with?
Depends on what you're looking for.
So
Has a bunch of spells she wants.
It's just various things. I could show you my current list. Show you my current spell book, so you can see what I have and don't have. In particular, I have all the makings of a normal wizard: the fireball, the lightning bolt, the dispel, the counterspell,
Staples.
the staples. I thought fireball was highly overrated until we witnessed how effective it was at repelling large groups of enemies when Elerian was being besieged.
Yes. There is a reason that wizards often act in artillery positions.
Yes, and I
during
understand.
war.
Indeed, I now understand that more than ever.
Yes, the king often requested that my college be used in his various wars, but we never relented.
I see. Well,
His
as it's
armies were perfectly capable of doing their duty without us. At least until I met Elerian.
indeed until they met a ragtag group of adventurers. But
To think an entire army would be felled by a small group protecting some tall walls.
the cleric didn't want to see the walls be breached, so he gambled. I assisted him with the gamble. It paid off. Not much more to say than that.
I just
Indeed,
didn't want.
and you changed the landscape of this world forever.
I just
Indeed.
didn't want to see your enemy get decimated by the king's right hand. I was doing them a favor.
He was probably doing them a favor. Justice was a very scary combatant.
Indeed, I've heard the stories of him in combat.
Unfortunately, he was not prepared for the Undyne's right hand that day.
He wasn't. He's currently inactive right now.
Yes.
Yes, I heard of his unfortunate departure.
Thankfully, he was spared from death from the cleric here, but unfortunately, most of his body was mostly destroyed. But he is stable now, which has the king in a mad scramble to try and reinvent a lost technology, even to the Faerunians. Although we might be able to find. I might have to suggest that I've heard tales of a place called Eberron. Might have to see if the king can't organize. Well, we'd have to have access to the tear first.
Yes, unfortunately, Eberron is a difficult place to contact these days. If you are
not of the Imperium.
not of the Imperium.
Indeed, it was before. It's
Mother
even
did
more so now. But I should, as it sees that we are on the same side in the not liking the cult business. The cult is attempting to summon an ancient Draco Lich from beneath the city. How it got there, I do not know, but they're trying to summon it. So we have to try and stop it.
I wish you the best of luck in that adventure then.
If the thing should somehow get to the surface, please do not be afraid to get actively involved.
I cannot promise my personal involvement, but the involvement of any in the college is their own desire.
If they wish to defend their city, that is in fact their choice.
Indeed.
It would certainly make your college look better. It would certainly help with your college's reputation. If they did, though.
Now, is there anything else I may help you with?
Oh yeah, and she'll just hand him her spellbook. You can look through that and see if you can't find any spellbooks with like some I don't have that you'd recommend.
And he'll open it and start paging through. Hmm.
I didn't have more
That is
higher.
not a spell. That is not a spell. A spell that most wizards can learn.
Oh, what?
Wasn't. It was what, Dawn that you took from Mistra?
Daylight.
Daylight,
I took daylight.
which I believe is a cleric spell.
Hold up.
Don't believe wizards can learn that normally.
Daylight is a cleric, druid, paladin, ranger, sword spell. 3rd level.
Indeed. Indeed, it is. Daylight is in fact not a spell most wizards can learn. That was a single-time boon from Mistra. As I'm sure you are well aware, I am her chosen. Although she doesn't actually do all that much for me sometimes.
They're very quiet lately.
Yes, the gods have been very quiet lately, even though we've more or less scrubbed most of Bane's influence in the city. Or well, scattered it to the shadows.
Don't be too despondent on that. The Bane has been quiet lately as well.
I certainly wouldn't mind having more access to spells from non-wizard, from lists that aren't from repertoires of non-wizards.
Well, unfortunately, that's not saying that I will be able to provide you, but
No, it certainly would not. I wouldn't expect you to be able to.
there's definitely some spells in here that I can see you missing. I will coordinate with some of our other wizards to get you some things to make sure you are up to snuff with other wizards.
Excellent.
Can't have our ruler being less than a common student in terms of the amount of spells they know.
Well, that's just insulting. I could probably take on most of your current students by myself.
Oh, I'm sure you could wipe the floor with most of the school. But the fact of the matter is that they know more spells than you.
And
Their ability in combat is nowhere near yours.
well,
But we are a place of learning, not of fighting.
that is true. That is very true. You are a phenomenal maker of court wizards, after all, not of the fighting kind of wizard.
Indeed.
To tell the truth, I don't even hail from a school of wizardry. I simply just kind of learned on my own accord.
Oh, your spell book is a very clear indicator of that.
Picked what
Very
seemed good at the
utilitarian,
times.
very required.
Yes, I do not often have the luxury of just being able to sit down and pick up a new batch of spells that I did not have before.
I don't know when's the last time we actually could do that.
Maybe when we make time, maybe you could.
Oh, and do you think we can make time when there's a Draco Lich Genderless?
There will eventually be time. Eventually.
Well,
One day.
Granted, the quicker we knock out this whole Dracolich, the threat, the longer, quicker we can actually get to taking and actually earn a break. As opposed to having to deal with yet another set of potentially world-threatening events.
Crises after crises after crises.
Tell me about it. Granted, this is honestly one of the worst big ones. The last thing that was a advertised crisis to us was the whole Elerian getting invaded thing. Well, Elerian's walls being threatened thing.
Yes, indeed. But until then, I will have a list for you that you can study and write down into your spellbook tomorrow.
Phenomenal.
Until then, if there is nothing else, I will be retiring for the night.
No, I do not believe there was anything else, although... Can you also vouch for the tiefling said there was someone else you could cast maze. Could you vouch for them in terms of them not being involved with this whole cult business in that door?
Yes, I can vouch for them. They have never expressed any interest in any kind of cult or even the more extreme forms of Bane.
All right. Thank you for your time. We'll be on our way.
Indeed.
People leave.
Me people leave.
All right. So you all leave the college as you see as you're leaving. It seems as though things are finally starting to wrap up, and the students are finally being allowed to go back to their dormitories to go and sleep. Most of them look exhausted and as if they have possibly been casting and training all day.
Ideas. Civil ideas, not fighting ideas.
Gore has fighting ideas.
Of course you do.
Gore always has
More
fighting
along,
ideas.
more along the lines, though, of like, I wonder if any of them are more inclined towards martial than court magic.
Bladesinger, Pog?
Well, blade singers and war mages.
Race. Gore unlocks blade singing for all races, Pog?
Because, yeah, like, there's a thing I mentioned wanting to have, like, a elite shock troops, kind of, like, Gore's personal sort of, he's the one soldiers he's training personally. Be nice to have a little magic artillery on their side, too.
Well, I'm
Protection.
insulted, Gore.
Well, no, I meant for the
Yeah, I know.
for the mobile unit that I would have, not for me. I have you for me.
You have me and Elwyn.
Yeah.
One
I
is
meant for,
infinitely more precise than the other.
I meant for like an elite troop for the city.
Yeah, I get you. Like those fucking shock troops from Elerian that fucking wiped the floor.
It's kind of what I had in mind, is like make our own at least unit of that, personally trained by Gore. Pretty much like try and get a bunch of soldiers who can at least as a group take on Gore.
So a replacement for the Royal Guard that kind of doesn't exist anymore.
As a group can take on Gore.
Well, because I'm not expecting them to become like adventurer level soldiers. You know, that's asking a bit much, but you know, having them be an elite group is not. I don't think asking too much eventually. And then giving them like access to wizards with like say haste and
fireball, yada yada yada. Your wizardly spell, your wizardly bullshit.
Yeah, counter spells, walls of force to just throw up in front of a fireball.
I should really get walls of force.
But yeah, Alex, just give me a list of 8 spells that you want, and
all right, so okay, what are the stipulations on this? Because I will milk it for all it's worth.
They cannot be higher than 6th level.
Cool, I'll take it. That's still banger.
8 level 6 spells. Here we go.
God, no. Okay, banger, Pog. I'll take that. I'll probably have that done by Monday.
Alright, so you all make your way home. Anything else you'd like to do today before you rest up?
No.
We do a little bit more. We do a bit more researching.
Alright, well, you've already done your roll for today, so I won't have you roll again.
Well, I would like to research something different.
Oh, if you would like to research something different, then go ahead.
Correct. I'd like to go put a little bit back time on actually the whole non-lethal magic thing.
Indeed.
Just 28 this time, as skill empowerment has long since worn off.
Alright, 28. Let me just quickly go and double check this. So you feel as though, with your current research progress, you think that a few more, probably another week or so of dedicated research, like you've done previously, you'll probably be able to figure out how to do level 5 spells and lower as non-lethal.
So, didn't you say it was like 1, 2, and 3 last time to be able to do
Yes.
non-lethal? So, can I currently do
4.
1? Okay, cool.
You can currently do 1, 2, and 3, and you think in about a week's worth of research, you'll be able to do 4 and 5 level spells as well.
Okay, sick. Because that means so all force damage can be considered non-lethal, and levels 1, 2, and 3 can now be considered non-lethal, as I did not have that before.
Yes.
Non-lethal fireball.
Indeed.
Smoke inhalation.
That's still fatal.
Controlled smoke inhalation, just enough to knock a person out.
So like Zac Efron's character in The Greatest Showman, who survived not only a thing falling on him, but smoke inhalation in like the 60s.
Yes. With only mild wounds to his pretty face.
His later years he'll suffer, but for now he's fine.
A moment, he's a young man.
There was no need to feel down, I said, young man.
It's fine. He's just 17 again.
Mm-hmm.
He's the dancing queen?
Yeah. Probably.
Dude. He is
did
the
you see
dancing
him
queen.
in the Greatest Show? Did you see him in the Greatest Showman?
Did you see the other side choreography? That was sick. Man, I wish I was that cool.
All right. So, anything else anyone else would like to do while Ami's busy doing research, or?
I have a question.
Hello.
Can I religion check to see why are the gods quiet? Why haven't they? I have finally have the time to finally sit down and be like, hey.
What the fuck is going on?
Anyway,
Alright, go ahead and give me a religion check.
I'm gonna guidance this one.
Notice.
Please help. I need help.
Okay, roll guidance.
I need help. Please help. I need help.
28.
Please do literally anything. Help, please.
Help. Help. Please help.
Please.
Alright, so. Rivius, you sit in your room.
Oh yeah,
Hmm?
he's doing this in his room with 3 other people sleeping. Probably.
It's fine. They're asleep. They don't know what's going on.
Uh-huh.
So, Rivius, you sit in your room. You close your eyes and you call out to the twin goddesses, and you get no answer. So you call out again. No answer. You call out again, and there's still no answer. You're about to give up, and when you open your eyes, you find yourself standing in a somewhat familiar place.
No sphere?
Indeed.
Okay. What am I doing in the note? You know what? It's fine. Don't worry about it.
And as you're standing there, you look around and you see that what's the best way to describe this? It looks like there's a war going on. The place looks like it has been like a tornado has gone through it.
Why are you yelling at me? No, don't worry about it. Someone's yelling at me. Don't yell at me.
Okay. As you look around and you see the chaos that has ensued, you see someone fly past you, and then a series of arrows shoot back the way that they came. And you see Moonbow as she lands back down after having just fired off a salvo of arrows into the distance. Rivius, what are you doing here?
I tried to. It's been rather quiet lately, so I was wondering. I finally had some time to sit down and try to call out to you, but I appeared here, so.
Huh. And as she looks like she's about to speak, she grabs you, Rivius, and just throws you to the side as you see what looks like a glowing light just slams into Moonbow, and she just slides as she seems to be holding the light in her hand before it dispels.
Are you okay?
Yes, we've been a bit quiet because, well, there's a bit of a revolution going on right now.
I'm sorry?
So, some people are very upset about everything. The entire process of you slowly taking territory here in the Null Sphere has started upsetting a lot of the lesser gods. And they're now trying to forcefully take territory from each other in order to maintain some level of power in Elerian.
Yeah, because I was talking to several Bane followers, and they said he was also quiet. So I was like, that's weird, because you two were also quiet. Because that's... So...
Yes, from my understanding, this process is happening in a lot of places, and from what I understand, more than a few people have been incited by Bane, which is probably why he's silent. He's busy sowing chaos.
I see. Interesting.
So, me and Saloon, we've been fighting on your behalf up here, just maintaining order as best we can, as territory changes hand and switches sides, and your influence continues to just slowly grow.
Yeah, I've heard recently that they associate me with the moon now.
Indeed, a lot of people do. It's quite fascinating how quickly your influence has been growing here. And it has been upsetting a lot of people.
No wonder you haven't been listening. I've been trying to, So, he starts explaining the whole assassination thing, the whole other cleric being soul case and whatnot. Probably stepping aside from being shot by a beam of light again. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
As you tell her the story, she stops for a moment and contemplates, and as she does, she just takes a step to the side as a large boulder crashes next to her before and dissipates the moment it hits the ground.
Yeah.
So, I'm not sure how I could help you in that. One moment. All right, so, sorry, where was I?
You don't.
Oh.
Moonbow doesn't know how to help.
So Moonbow will say to you, I'm not entirely sure how I could help with that. Unfortunately, a soul-caged individual is difficult to come by without, their soul. Without
Really
that, you'd basically be resurrecting a zombie. So,
Did they really have to remove his organs as well, though?
oh, the organs aren't an issue. I can fix those, no problem.
Yes.
But the soul, that's a more of an issue. Like when you get the soul back, I can give him new organs. That's no problem.
Okay.
Fine, I'll take that.
I'll let Ami know. She's been how you say, adamant on getting you to help.
Yeah, I can replace his organs. That's no big deal. Organs are easy. Souls are hard.
Okay. So, are you sure? So, war in the astral plane, war in the divine noble spear plane. You're gonna
Yes,
replace his organs.
as far as I know,
Everyone's upset.
the only place that's as stable as it always is the dragons, because the dragons are always fighting each other.
Yeah.
Tiamat and Bahamut kind of have a whole sibling rivalry thing.
Oh, we met a dragon recently.
Oh, really?
We met multiple dragons. We met multiple dragons recently.
Oh, you met Gahak. Yeah, I haven't heard anything from her for a while.
Maybe it hasn't met Veronestra in last week, though. He's only met Gahak.
That's true.
But yeah, she's been doing fine. She gave us one of her claws, one of her scales, because the cult's annoying and decided to lock their door with the scale. That's an entire thing, really. Yeah. That's all the updates I wanted to tell you. Met a dragon. There's a cult underneath the pits. They're trying to summon a Draco Lich. Dead cleric with no soul and organs in it. Apparently infected with wild magic.
Oh, that, yeah, I heard about that. Oof. Mistra's been really upset about that.
I'll let Ami know. Okay.
Why the fuck is Mistra upset? Why the fuck is Mistra upset? I'm confused.
Why is she upset though?
Oh, she doesn't like when control gets taken away from her.
It's not like it's affecting her. What? It's only affecting me. As far as I'd hope.
I see. Yeah, I'm
she's
fairly infected.
She's not particularly happy with the whole wild magic dust thing.
Recently wiped out an entire brood of crystals. took one home with us. The city is doing fine though.
Oh, that's good. I have been keeping an eye on the religious district between shooting out at other gods. So it's nice to see that you finally broken ground.
I did recently. Revived our envoy.
That's good. That's good.
We have so many corpses to deal with.
I've heard. As soon as things start coming down here, I might be able to help.
Oh, that would be great.
I don't know when things are gonna calm down though. It's kind of hard to kill gods.
Shocker.
Kind of intentional though.
How's Saloon doing
The
though?
whole immortality thing. Oh, Saloon, she's off fighting. She's off fighting another god somewhere. I don't know. I haven't seen her for a couple of days.
That's okay. Well, that's all the updates I could think of.
We usually try to check in at least once a week with each other.
That's all the updates I could think of at the moment. You will start listing them off. Yeah, I don't think so.
Well then, I should probably get back to defending your territory.
I should get back to to my body, I guess. Question mark?
Yes, you're kind of astrally projecting in here. It's very weird. You shouldn't be allowed to do that. I'm still confused about it.
I'm also confused on how I got here. Honestly, I was just trying to talk to you like we normally talk, you know?
I guess it's a representation of your power. This is the first time we've ever done this stuff, so it's a learning experience for everyone.
It is a learning experience, yes.
But hey, I guess if you pray hard enough, you can come here now.
I mean, after 3 attempts of not getting an answer, it would kind of make sense. Anyways, I should let you go now.
Yes, and you should probably head back to your body before someone, I don't know, moves it.
Yeah, probably. Anyways.
And she gives you a wave before she gets hit by another beam and gets sent flying back.
He was returned to his body, I guess. And proceed to write down everything he learned. Wowie! Light activity, by the way. Astral projecting. It's light activity.
Nobody said you were getting rest during this activity.
Yeah, no one said I was getting rest. It just said, quote unquote, light activity.
Probably the actual body did no activity, so.
True.
True though.
Alright. So you write that down, you actually get yourself some relaxation. Just you crack open your book and you give it a read.
He mumbles to himself. Well,
anything else? Anything anyone else wants to do tonight?
no.
Not really.
Nope.
All right. So,
of course, a simple person.
Eat, sleep.
How do you spell territory? Okay, it was an I, Taylor. Dumbass bitch.
All right. So, new day arises. Everyone has gotten their long rest. So any damage you've taken, you can You can heal up any spell slots that have been spent. You can return.
I get my spell slots back.
Wow.
Wow.
We
I pressed
will
the button.
dip. We will drop. Oh, yeah, I'll just drop Burning Hands. Who the fuck's using Burning Hands? I have. If I wanted to Burning Hand something, I just use Cold of Cold and make it fire.
Oh. Burning Hands, but better. Anyways.
Alright, so, well, what is the plan for today?
I go and buy a crystal ball.
Ami goes to go and buy a crystal ball. It's
I
not
wait.
too hard. You can find one of those at pretty much any magic surplus store, and if you really need to, you can always go up to the college and get one from there.
Indeed.
Father Tariff.
What are you going to bother Tareth about, or are you just going to generally bother him?
I'm just gonna watch him work, dude. I have nothing to do.
That's
I'm
not
waiting for
bothering.
a fox to come back.
Incredible.
Right.
Yeah, right. Or slash.
And then after I stop bothering Dragonborn, I'm gonna find my party and tell them where their gods are went.
And.
Alright, so.
But yeah, how is Tariff doing? What is he up to?
Lots of paperwork, trying to organize with the various noble families that they don't need to perform any kind of burial rites for their past relatives. They will not be passed for too much longer, because a lot of the noble families are trying to get the bodies back so they can bury them and they can go ahead with inheritance and all that bullshit. And he's trying to delay that process.
Sorry.
Alright, it's
I
like.
only have so many.
Alright, so with the crystal ball in hand, I have scrying prepared. We go over to the body and take a lock of hair.
Alright.
And I cast the scrying spell. This will take 10 minutes.
Okay, so for the next 10 minutes, Ami is sitting over the dwarf's body and pondering the crystal ball.
Ponders the word.
Okay, so let me just read this properly. Save modifier.
So So I'm not sure the knowledge part, but the connection part, yeah, lock of hair, both of you.
Yeah, you quite literally have the entire body, so that'll definitely be a -10.
And the knowledge part, I'm not sure how you're going to declare that. But I'm happy.
I don't think you could do more than second hand, because you've heard of the target, but you can't really say you've met them.
I mean, technically,
you've met their corpse. That's not meeting them.
So okay, yeah. So now it's I guess it's to you to roll a saving throw.
All right. So
your DC. Correct? It is a wisdom saving throw. Yes. Your DC is 22.
So that will be.
So whatever the target's wisdom is, -5. Well, if he has prof, which.
And
yeah, it's a big ol' fail. That was.
All right, so, let's see. So, Ami, you You can see and hear a particular creature you choose that is on the same plane of existence as you. So you see through the crystal ball.
Mm-hmm.
You see a what looks to be a bird cage with with glowing essence inside of it.
Mm-hmm.
And as you look around the area of where this cage is, you can see what appears to be a surrounding of flesh and bone.
God damn it! How the fuck?
Standing over an altar appears to be a robed figure who who is doing some kind of chant. You can hear it, but it is in infernal, so you can't understand it. Because I don't believe you have infernal.
No, I do not.
No. So you can hear this chanting going on, but you can't understand it. And he is being flanked by what appears to be 4 other robed individuals, all chanting the same incantation.
Trying to use assault.
And they seem to be doing this over some sort of large crystal structure.
Uh-huh.
Outside of that, you can't really see too many details outside of the fact that it's in some sort of dark, fleshy and bony area.
Can see and hear through the sensor as if you were there. Interesting. What's there? I don't have any dark vision, so. I look at the floor. Does the architecture look similar to the bullshit, the dungeon that we've been through?
It looks slightly more decayed and rotting, but it definitely looks similar to the flesh that's at the locked doorway.
That's annoying. They're trying. Okay, so we're gonna have to have some questions for the guards, or we have to find that alternative door. That's honestly probably what they're using to get in and out. So, it's annoying. The Undyne's Wrath. Okay. I guess she just kind of keeps watching for the full 10 minutes, just in case anything changes.
They continue to chant throughout the entire 10 minutes. Nothing seems to really change. The only thing I will give you that you notice as you... Thank you, Rosalie. The only thing you notice that changes is that you see 2 of the robed individuals leave the room and are replaced by 2 new robed individuals. That's the only thing that changes in the course of those 10 minutes.
Cool. Alright, well, there's a couple of guesses and insinuations of that, which are incredibly annoying.
Anyways.
Alright, well, with the last little bit of time, I just try and get as best of the lay of the room as possible, as I'm sure you know what is perfectly within my repertoire, should I choose to be dumb.
Alright, you get yourself a lay of the room as best you can. You spend some time taking it all in, memorizing it.
Okie dokie. Sick.
Alright.
Alright, well, with that, she's gonna drop the crystal ball into her bag of holding. For safekeeping.
The crystal goes bloop into the bag of holding.
Alright, and she goes find the others. That's annoying. They're trying to use her soul to summon something. That's incredibly annoying. Stop doing these
He
crazy
walks
things.
into Rivia's telling Gore and Elwyn where the heck their gods were. You know, Elwyn, Bahamut and Tiamat are actually the most stable in the Noosphere sphere. Because they're always fighting.
Nodders. I mean, that makes sense.
Did you ask Tiamat if they had found a replacement champion yet? Did you find out if Tiamat had found a replacement champion yet?
Moonbow didn't say anything about a replacement champion, but I did figure out why they've been so quiet, though.
And why is that?
They're currently protecting our territory from lesser gods.
I see.
Yeah, the lesser gods are kind of upset because we're encroaching on them.
You think Bane would be the bigger. Yeah, I'm sure Bane has something to do with this.
Moonbow says he's causing chaos somewhere else, inciting people and stuff.
Who could have guessed? The man who we encroach upon the most is the one causing problems. Who could have?
Just mad about the whole wild magic thing.
Well, she should have told me not to go in that cave if she wanted me to not be affected by it.
Yeah, that's why they've been quiet recently.
Incredible. Anyway, I know where our cleric's soul is.
Oh yeah, Lord's soul. Maybe it's Papora's book and check his notes. Right, Moonbow can't return his soul, but he can return his organ.
Yeah, no one's gonna be able to return a soul if what I assume they're doing is probably to summon that fucking Draco Lich, and they're using his soul as a catalyst for it.
Yeah, as soon as we get the soul, he can replace it. No organs.
Yeah. So let's say
Yeah,
we try and rumble this man, or do we just go the standard way? Because I have two charges. We get one free shot at this. If we should want to try to rumble this man right here and now.
I think we should clear out the dungeon though, so they don't, you know.
Well, as far as I can make an educated guess, they're currently using that dwarf's soul to try and summon the Draco Lich. So if we rumble this man and stop whatever they're doing, it may just straight up stop the summoning altogether.
Yeah, but they'll still be there though.
Yeah, and then we'll be free to, clear them out at our own pace instead of being on a timer before they summon something that could destroy the city.
We're already on a time limit.
We could stop. Okay, we could put a pin in the time limit. How about that? Potentially.
We probably should.
At the very least, we don't particularly lose anything. We don't particularly stand to lose too much if we try and get overwhelmed. We can simply escape and just come back later. If we by chance actually manage to get inside the room, teleport sends us inside the room proper.
Yeah, because I don't think teleport. You've seen the room before.
I have now.
Won't be accurate, right? Would it be accurate?
There's a chance. Which is why I'm saying it's not the worst thing in the world if we just take the chance and just go and try and rumble the man. We stand to gain more than we lose if we take the. We stand to gain more than we lose if we take this chance. This is in fact a gamble that I am confident we can succeed at.
What do you think, Gore and Elwin?
It would be good to liberate the soul, at the very least.
Yes, liberating that soul nets us our adventurer cleric that can help us with the whole resurrecting people process, and it would at least probably put a delay on the whole timing thing of the ancient red Draco Lich.
Speaking of the resurrections,
I'd say save your fists for now.
Taz is also on a time limit because he's trying to prevent the nobles from claiming inheritance on the dead nobles.
Amazing.
So there's that time limit as well.
Yeah, which is all the more reason to just try and rumble this whatever this fucking priest motherfucker is. This priest bastard is.
Okay.
My vote is yes.
What do you think, Elwin? What do you think, Elwin?
Dyson.
No, I mean, I already said I agree. Sorry.
You didn't. If you did, we didn't hear you.
At least
Sorry.
wasn't transmitted.
It didn't transmit, no.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I just said while Thor was talking that I agree.
Well, it didn't transmit, so unfortunate.
Okay. Okay,
Good enough.
dokie. That's what that's 3 yeses. That is in fact group majority. Oh boy. Okay, let me actually just click on teleport. Actually, okay, that was a bad idea. Let me just go pull up teleport on 5e tools. That's easier. That's better formatted. Okie dokie. Alright, so tap on the helm of teleportation with the boys around. We have, okay, 74 to 100. We are on target. 1 and 4, baby.
I'm just saying.
Oh my god.
Oh my god!
Nice.
Alright, DM. You know where to put us.
Yeah, I do.
Uh-huh.
Bottom of the ocean.
So, Ami,
Yep.
you focus on the spot that you remember seeing through the scrying. You designate that you want you and your companions to go there. You feel like you have the location locked in. You cast the spell to teleport, and nothing happens.
Go fuck yourself. Let me have my fun.
The charge of the helmet does not go off, and nothing happens.
Of course they have it worded. That's so boring. It also doesn't make sense. Then why the fuck would the divination, the scrying have worked? Oh well, whatever. Okay, I guess we have to do it the boring, old-fashioned way.
I think they figured out that they were being scried, and then they
No, they wouldn't.
re-upped the
No,
warrants.
otherwise they would have actually done something about it.
Uh-huh.
Because if they did, they would have noticed and probably tried to, you know, dispel the scrying. But they didn't. So. Okay, on to the dungeon.
I do believe that could be they could have hallowed the area because that actually prevents teleportation, but not scrying.
I don't.
It's
Well, they would have.
possibility.
They could have hollowed the area, yeah, but instead of consecrated, they could desecrate it.
Yes.
Or
What's hallowed for them is desecrated to us. Yada yada yada. Let's get onto the dungeon.
Yeah.
That's annoying.
No, I specifically meant like the hallow spell, like which
Yeah,
has the
I know. Which is what I'm talking
know
about.
what-
What's hallowed to them is desecrated to us.
yeah.
Alright, since they want to be boring, let's just go down and rumble again. Let's go rumble them the old-fashioned way.
I mean, we could teleport teleport to the iron door instead of walking all the way there.
I could just windwalk us instead because that's so quicker, and the iron door has just as much of a chance to land us somewhere where we don't want to be, than the same amount of chance of placing us somewhere we don't want to be than the trying to teleport into the room did.
Huh.
All right.
Related, I should totally get growth potions.
You should go nab some on the way over there.
Yeah.
He kicked down the door to a potion shop.
We are fucking
Potion
rich.
seller.
We are
Potion
fucking
seller.
rich.
Potion seller, I want potions.
I can handle the strongest potions.
Dude, I've been playing
16
Potion Craft
odd.
lately, and some people want not only the strongest potions, but they want certain ingredients in them.
Yeah. I played Potion Craft, I played Potionomics, and that had similar deals with that.
Alright, so you make your way down to the dungeon. You make your way towards the magical iron door. Nothing hounds you or accosts you on the way there. Everything seems to still be quiet and silent after the last time you passed through. You say the key phrase to the door. The lock comes up to you to accept the
Red scale.
the red scale.
We slap it on. Plap.
You plap the scale into the receptacle. The lock closes, returns to the door, and then the scale shoots out of the lock back at the person who put it in. And the lock dissipates and the door unlocks.
Neat. We have a free dragon scale now.
Neat.
I don't know what to do with it.
I'm sure we can figure something out.
Infuse it into one of our armors.
Or a weapon.
A single dragon scale.
Single dragon scale.
I mean, how big is this single dragon scale?
Very large. And this is a super ancient red dragon.
Yeah, it's probably about the size of like an average human hand.
Ah, so it's giant for me. Wow.
Yeah, quite big. It's quite a big scale. It's got quite the weight to it as well.
It's okay, I can pick it up. I have strength.
Another +1 AC for
I upgrade my armor to dragon armor.
You'd need a couple more.
Yeah.
Need a few more scales for that, unfortunately.
That'd be cool though, Mizium dragon scale.
That would be cool. But unfortunately, I designed Rivius's armor to be blue, so I can't use it.
Unfortunate.
Well, you see, clearly that means you have to find a blue dragon.
Yeah,
and ask them nicely for their scales.
Good luck.
Just paint it.
Just paint it.
I'm not painting the scale.
That's not how that works.
Paint the scale blue, with that way people think, oh, it's a blue dragon scale. We can't use this element, we'll use a different one, and then they use the wrong element.
Megalo.
Oh, Megalo.
Apes.
Anyway, as the door creaks open, you see that the fleshy hallway extends for a little bit before it turns back into stone. And it is a single corridor with no branches for quite some time as you progress down it. And let me quickly do a music change.
We're inside the dragon army.
Music change?
Let me quickly just go grab the new music.
Ooh, spooky.
As you make your way down through the dark corridors, or down this dark corridor of stone, you eventually come to a large open room filled with cells, not too dissimilar from the rest of the pits that you're more familiar with. But the big difference is this room is larger than any of the cell floors that you've seen in the pits, and has larger cells than any of the cells that were in the pits. And in them are not people, but creatures. You see all manners of creatures in the cells, from hold on, I had a list of things. Hold up. Where is this? But yeah, you see all manners of creatures from what look like demonic hounds to creatures made of exposed flesh and blistered skin.
Ew.
What looks like some sort of amalgamation of arms and legs.
What is this, Undertale?
Every single cell that has something in it has some sort of monster. You're not sure whether they're demonic or magical or natural, but all of them are horrid to look at. Some of the cells are empty.
Ranger man. Do your ranger stuff and look at them.
Okay. What do I need to roll? Or
Oh, roll a nature check or something.
Yeah, it would be a nature check.
wait, are we in the dungeon? I mean,
Yes.
are we
Yeah, we're in the dungeon.
I don't think I have dungeon. I just have cave.
Then roll a
Just
nature
roll.
check. Just roll it. It's funny.
Yeah.
If it works, it works.
Alright, Mr. 17 man. Fucking free expertise.
Wait, Gore
All
can't
right,
get
so-
lost in the maze. What?
That's not for the main. It's for the creatures, wasn't it?
Oh,
Yeah.
That's for the creatures. I want you to look at the creatures with impunity. Because I can only do that.
Alright, so Gore and Elwyn both, you look over these creatures and definitely none of them are natural creatures. All of them seem to be supernatural in some capacity. Some of them are definitely probably like demons, fiends of some kind. And some of them are just seem to have been man-made monstrosities. For instance, the amalgamation of hands and legs could definitely be attributed to some form of necromancy. As you're investigating, you hear further down at the end of the cells, you see a door, and through that door you hear what sounds like a demonic scream being let out. Everyone please roll me a perception check. This is hearing based for you, Elwyn.
Oh, there goes the luck.
That thing isn't as strong today.
Isn't as strong? Alex rolled freaking 2 nat 20s in a row.
Yeah, it wore off.
I mean, still, rolled a. I then proceeded to roll a 78 on a 25 range, and also on top of just rolling before that a 17.
I rolled a terrible as usual, so you know.
All right, so Elwyn, I'll give this one to you. You can definitely tell from the scream that whatever it is was not a scream of anger or fury. It was a scream of pain.
Shocker. Absolute insanity.
What would you all like to do? When at the doorway, that doorway seems to go into a separate room, whereas the hallway continues down on your left. You go deeper into the labyrinth.
We should investigate that scream.
Oh wait.
Or
Hey, DM.
Hello.
This time.
There's a door in the way.
God damn it. Hey, is the door magical?
The door is not magical, no. It's a wooden door.
Is it locked?
It is not. Just a
Cool.
wooden door.
I open the door.
He
Alright,
opens
you
the
open-
door.
I'm not becoming the meme of like, alright. I'm not becoming that meme of like, there's a door.
Alright, but is it trapped?
Alright, is there a magical lock on it? We're not doing that. Nope. It's a door locked. No, it's not locked.
I haven't made you that paranoid.
No, but you're honestly just annoying me than making me paranoid. By being a goddamn
Alright, you
killboy.
No, I'm doing things that were planned so that we could actually have time to plan the shit out and prep sections of this place.
Alright, the door's open. What do we see?
You open the door, and you see what appears to be a group of 6 cultists surrounding a beholder that is chained down with magical chains. The
I'm
beholder
fucking
is missing
sorry?
several. The beholder is missing several of its eye stalks, and they seem to be in the process of cutting off another one when you open the door.
Alright. Immediate question. Does it look like the beholder is trying to break free, or does it look like the chains can actually hold it?
The chains look to be holding it.
Alright, shut the fucking door.
You close the fucking door.
Shut the fucking door.
You get the door.
We can deal with that later. Are there other doors? Are there other hallways?
We should free the beholder and then point its anti-magic eye at the Draco Lich.
I mean,
Man,
if
that'd
it
be-
hasn't been cut off yet,
That's the center eye.
Yeah,
These are the
center eye.
stalks.
That's
Mm.
just its eye.
Yeah, he's missing the bee mice, the ones that shoot like petrification and disintegration.
The actually dangerous
Fine.
size.
Alright, those ones.
Yes,
Yeah.
the ones that could fucking level even our party, because beholders are dumb.
You know what Almy just did?
CR13, by the way.
Yeah,
CR13.
they are actually pretty legitimately in their CR level for once in a CR.
I'd honestly say they're past it, just because anything that can cast disintegration is probably a couple CR higher than what it's advertised. Because, you know, disintegration is
Opens
kind of
door,
fucked.
closes door.
Opens door, blinks, closes door.
Alright, other
We
hallways.
were... Hold on.
I think I one turned a beholder. Anyways.
Alright, Mr. Ferriman, we get it. You've done fuck shit.
No, I mean, I think
Oh,
I
as in
one.
Gore.
I think Gore can one turn a beholder.
Oh, base beholder? Yeah, probably, but
like-
unfortunately this probably isn't going to be a base beholder if it somehow breaks free.
Yeah, but it's also one that's been chained down and tortured.
It honestly probably only
Also
made it
that.
angrier.
We literally be like the gift and OC.
Alright, other hallway, please.
Uh,
Or something.
Alright, so you close the door and you decide to continue down the corridor as opposed to dealing with that.
Indeed.
You continue down, and after a little while, you walk through another section of the dungeon that appears to be covered in flesh and bone again. As you walk onto it with a squelch, you see a wooden door that's slightly ajar.
How is
At
it
the end of
slightly
this
ajar?
corridor.
What's a door?
I will punch you. I will punch you as a DM. I have the power.
I'm sorry, I had to. The intrusive thoughts won.
I know it's coming too. Good. That was a
as
terrible joke, dude.
do you go through the door?
I look through the... Okay, how ajar is the door?
Enough for you to probably peek in without having to open it further.
Cool, I look in the door, I look through.
Alright, you peek in through the door, and you see what appears to be 4 mages up on an elevator platform, and they seem to be doing some sort of ritual on the ground below them.
I try and
roll-
get it... Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, roll me an Arcana check.
21. Not as great as
21.
That's as great as usual.
They are doing necromancy. They appear to be summoning zombies.
Cool. That's cool. How far away from that? How far away are they from me?
They are about they're about 100 feet away.
Alright, this is alright, okay, cool. Next question. How far apart from each other? And they just went in a group or like
They're about 20 feet away from each other. There are 4 of them.
damn.
They're each about 20 feet away from each other.
Damn. Unfortunate. Alright, you
Well,
leave
we
that.
can't- So, Em, I have a question.
Hello.
How far up are they?
They are about They are about 30 feet up.
Is there a hole under them?
No, they're staying. Well, there's a hole in front of them because they're staying up on platforms.
So we can't push them over.
Probably not. No.
Damn. We can't do that, man. I wasn't being. Well, I was just asking for the memes. I can't summon wind.
All right, we walk away from this door. We now go down the center path and see that door, and see what silly lock it has this time.
Okay, well, the center path was the beholder.
Okay.
And there was only the path, on the left.
Cool.
This was the path on the left.
Sick.
So
okay,
where
so
do we go
literally
next?
don't get a choice. We have to go through the beholder. All right. Well, let's go back to the mage thing. Hey DM.
Hi.
They can go fuck themselves. Why are these so shit? God.
Alright, so...
I guess summoning zombies, though. I don't think that'd be that bad. Oh, can I see them? Can I see the zombies?
They don't have they haven't succeeded yet. Also, I just yeeted this at them.
Oh.
Just so you know.
Range 300 feet, so that's no issue. What is the size?
60-foot radius.
60-foot radius.
Bare minimum than setting 3 of them.
Yeah.
And if I position it, bare minimum hits 3 of them.
Yeah. So it'll hit. So it'll hit 3. Let me just double check. All right. So. You cast this through the opening in the door, and all of them stop for a moment as the sphere appears in the middle of the group, and they just look at it before they realize what's about to happen, and it explodes, sending a chill throughout the entire area. One moment while I... They all fail.
Yeah, they'd have to. Yeah,
They'd have to roll a
19.
They'd have to roll a 19 or higher.
Yep, they have a 10% chance of passing. Roll W.
And they all and those 3 will take 39 damage. All right.
Correct.
Tick.
Also, I'm remembering don't upcast spells. It's just not worth it most of the time.
Wild Magic Gaming!
Oh yeah.
Yes. Wild Magic Surge, please.
Nope.
You are perfectly fine.
There's the. Hey, guess what, bitch? It's back.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean anything, though.
It's flexing rights. Because it's a third nat 20.
Yeah, I guess. It is flexing rights.
Even if it wasn't a roll that really did not need it.
A crit is a crit. Just said we would crit. I'm critting. We be critting.
Indeed.
Usually, whenever the blessing falls, it's usually one of us that crits like madman. It's never me, though.
It appears that my natural luck and GST's blessing has decided to combine today. For overall, phenomenally good rolls.
God, I wish that was me. Imagine having good dice luck. Can't be me.
Alright, so as you cast this, they all look towards the door, and the door then proceeds to fly open.
Oh, cool.
And almost smacks you in the face, Army.
Nah, the second that she yeeted that shit, she was away from the door.
Fair enough. The door flies open.
Uh-huh.
And
I'll check my prayer. All my spells at once. That'd be great.
And we will, at that point, roll for initiative, and we will wrap up today's session. Just because I haven't got these wizards statted.
Yeah, this session feels a little less prepared than usual.
Yeah, sorry. It's been a bad week.
I've noticed.
But the whole teleportation thing, that was intentional.
Thumbs up.
Because that's the boss at the end of the dungeon. I'm not letting you just teleport to that.
Yeah, so then I was correct in calling you a killjoy. Thank you for vindication.
No, that isn't prepared, and we would have had to have ended the session, and I would have to spend the next week planning staying a guy I wasn't intending to stat yet. So no.
Yes, that is not. This is you're not changing my opinion.
You can't have your cake
Whatever.
too, Alex.
Hey, Alex, I don't think we should be skipping to the dungeon anyway. They work fucking so hard to prep all the shit, and you're like, shoo!
I'm using the tools
But whatever.
I'm using the tools at my disposal.
I wonder what kind of chaos we would have gotten up to if I had actually gone with my wizard. So we would have had 2 wizards.
Probably legendary amounts of chaos.
Because that was my other option other than Gorg. I was thinking was pretty much leveling up a character I only got to play in like a few sessions at another game. It's that Warforged Necromancer I have. So I wonder how that would have that would have been interesting.
That would have been interesting indeed.
Because yeah, my thought of that one was like I could still play a caster and then still have like a little increase our tanking ability by just throwing bodies out there.
Are we supposed to be rolling for initiative, or?
Yeah, you can roll initiative.
Oh.
Well, I mean, we need our tokens to.
It's fine. We can just apply it.
Just roll them for now. I'm paying them.
My initial idea, other than the freezing sphere, was just I'm going to vortex warp one of the tanks into their faces. Unfortunately, I do not currently have I have scrolls of vortex warp. I have scrolls of vortex warp. That's. Do you want me to go back on that? Would you even let me go back on that? Would you even let me go back on that? The whole freezing sphere thing? Because like, just remember that I had scrolls of vortex warp. And
At this point, no, because you've already done it.
thumbs up. Oh well. I need to keep a better track of my inventory anyways. Because my inventory is fucking massive.
Oh, and you get to roll again.
Just use the gift that keeps giving net ponies. Yeah, actually though.
Overall again?
Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice. Ranger go first, and then Ranger goes first. Barb goes second. I go third.
Nervius is fourth.
Indeed.
Alright, well, that's where we will wrap up for today.
Indeed. You said 8 spells of 6th or lower, right?
Yeah.
Thumbs up. Do-do-do.